Mr. Mujib is a registered health information administrator and approved ICD-10 trainer. Mr. Mujib has been in HIM profession for the last 20 years with demonstrated history in planning and implementing HIM departments and EHR transition projects in a variety of healthcare settings in India, UAE and Qatar.
I hear very interesting stories from Sabu. I was actually searching for some breach cases from India to court here. And I found that there are cases, but very different scenarios. Very interesting. Talking about privacy, how the privacy law is concerning developing world, I had to share a few of my thoughts. See, one of the long-lasting advantage of having a robust privacy law is that it will address the protection of data and the individual rights on their privacy. But on the other hand, when the data, the collection of data been increased in healthcare systems, there will be some problems. It will impact the trust of patients or the trust of the clients on their systems. This is what's happening. This is the phenomena we are experiencing now, because trust is an important aspect associated to privacy, because unless we are not able to prove that we have a proper mature privacy system in place, it will be very hard to gain the trust from our clients or patients. And that will impact the quality of data we are collecting to our health information systems. Now, regardless what kind of EHR systems we have, what maturity of privacy laws are in place in our country, the datafication is happening all the time. It's happening in such a way that, in this year itself, 2,500 exabytes will be there from the entire healthcare systems in the world. That's really big. 1 exabyte is 1 million terabytes. Yeah. So when we keep on adding information to our systems, do you think that we had to ask a question ourselves, that is it that right that we don't tell our clients and patients that what we do with their data and how we share the data with others? And we had to ask ourselves, when we share the information through Health Information Exchange and various different platforms, the information are accessed by different processes and different stakeholders associated with the healthcare systems. Do we believe that that is fair enough that we do that without letting the patients know? In the US alone, there are hundreds of breaches happen. It's properly structurally documented, and you can see that it's very clear from the website, government website in the US. Not those some isolated case like Dr. Sabu. We see a very different type of case scenarios. But those of hundreds of HIPAA privacy breach incidents happens in the US. It costs a lot of millions and billions of dollars. It doesn't mean that doesn't happen in the rest of the world, in the developing world, because that also happens here, but we don't have data to prove that there are breaches happening in our world also. So that's the place that we need to think about why we need to have a mature privacy laws in our countries. So that's one of the objectives I believe IFHIMA came with this concept of a privacy white paper that consolidate case studies from different parts of the world, and that also bring about some best practices like GDPR. I would say GDPR is an encyclopedia of privacy laws, isn't it? And thank you, Lorraine, to bring this to the white paper. It's a great learning about GDPR. I would suggest the students and all the HIM professionals to go through the GDPR. You'll be definitely interested to see that there are things which you never think about are stated there, and how much the GDPR concerned about the privacy rights of patients. I covered that slide, I believe. Ms. Lorraine during the white paper development, which we have done with IFHIMA, members of work group members in the privacy. We did a survey in the developed world, especially those of association members and directors associated to IFHIMA. And we have seen there are a lot of, we got a very mixed responses from different countries. How much the laws are in act. Some countries have a privacy law that has been totally maturely developed. Some of the countries, there is no proper privacy law exist. And some places, there are laws that existed that not been implemented properly. And we also assessed among the members what are the barriers of privacy law. And we found the lack of education is the big chunk. And we have very important thing is about the lack of resources. That's basically we all, I think, talking about today, that starting with Dr. Sarbadhigari's comment on having a proper, matured health information management professional in place to advocate the privacy laws to the country. That is one of the challenges we face. Of course, so I think it's the white paper from the IFHIMA is an eye-opener for all the HIM professionals, and it's going to make a big changes. And as Ms. Lorraine and Dr. Sabu suggested, please try to go through the white paper and try to learn best practices around the world, and also how the privacies are handled in different parts of the world through the case studies. Thank you.
Thank you. It's open for the questions.
All of us.
Good afternoon, Mujib. Very good, very nice subject, but is it applicable for Indian standards, confidentiality?
Okay, we are talking about to develop or to have a proper privacy law in place. There are no bad law or good law because there are so many things we need to consider when we need to have a privacy law in our specific country where we practice, right? So, for example, we need to consider sometimes the cultural norms. We need to consider the systems and other associated laws in the country, etc. So, the subject here we discuss in this panel is to think about the implications and intricacies of the privacy law, how it impact. Because in this time of EHR development, that happens everywhere almost in the same speed and quality. So regardless whether it's a developed world or developing world like India, the systems are developed so fast, but we are fall short in having a proper privacy law in place, like any other privacy law exists in other places like GDPR in the European Union and HIPAA in the US. Yeah?
Mr. Mujib. Thank you, sir. And now I would like to invite the Deputy General Manager, Medical Records, Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute and Research Center, Delhi, K.S. Rana, sir, onto the stage to felicitate the chair, Mr. Selvakumar Swami, with his small memento. So I request Rana, sir, to do the honors. And yes, we have the chair and all the speakers of Scientific Session 2 titled Data Privacy on stage. I request all the dignitaries to line up for a photo. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, can you have a huge round of applause for the Technical Session 2, the chair, along with the speaker.